Hello, it's Happy Grandpa, and we're going to read part 2 of Goodnight Gorilla. When we left off last time, we were in the zookeeper's bedroom, and his wife was asleep, and the zookeeper was taking off his shoes, and my little friends are looking around to see if they can remember what we were looking at. I like to bring my little gorilla friends along when I read Goodnight Gorilla. So we're going to set them to the side, do a quick review, and just look at the first of the book. It shows Goodnight Gorilla, and the zookeeper is shutting down the zoo for the night, and the gorilla grabs the keys, and do you remember? He climbs out of the cage. He follows the zookeeper along. There's a little mouse with a banana, and the little sneaky gorilla lets the elephant out of his cage. He lets the lion out of his cage. He lets the giraffe out of his cage. And the little mouse follows along with the banana all the time. And all the animals start getting out of their cage. Even the baby armadillo is going to get out of the cage. And we remembered that the moon is up in the sky. And there go all the animals out of the zoo, across the way, and into the zookeeper's house. And now they go into the bedroom, and here we are. So the zookeeper's wife, we notice she's asleep in her bed. She's got looks like a hat on her head. And who's yawning? Who's sleepy? I think the gorilla's sleepy. The lion, he's all curled up at the bottom of the bed. He's sleepy. The little mouse by the alarm clock, he's pulling his banana up high onto the night table so that he'll have something to eat, maybe a midnight snack. And what else is going on? The elephant settles down. All the animals are getting ready for bed. Even the hyena. Look. The hyena is curled up with the little armadillo. I think the little baby armadillo has gone to sleep already, don't you? I wonder what's going to happen next. Let's turn the page. Well, the elephant's sleeping. And look who's in the drawer sleeping. It's the little mouse with his banana. I like to have the magnifying glass so we can see. So we can see that little mouse and the banana. The clock's ticking, tick-tock, tick-tock. Now, what's going to happen? Well, the lion's asleep. Over in the edge, the hyena's asleep, but something's happening. The zookeeper's wife, she says, "Good night, dear." Oh, look who's sleeping beside the zookeeper's wife. It's the gorilla. I wonder what will happen now. Let's turn the page and find out. Oh, look, it's all dark. It's all dark in the whole room. That makes my gorillas get curious. They climb up onto the book to see what's going on, to see if they can see what's happening. And one gorilla looks, and he says, somebody says, "Good night." Somebody else says, "Good night." Then there's a little bitty, "Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night." You know, I think that's too many good nights. What do you think? My gorilla thinks it's too many good nights. Let's turn the page. What's going to happen? Oh, look. What do you see? It's all black on both pages, but there's one set of eyes. I wonder whose eyes that is. Do you think it's whoever's in bed by the gorilla? Is it the zookeeper's wife? Let's turn the page and see. Yes, look. She's turning on the light. Click. And who's smiling at her? The gorilla. He's smiling. Oh, that makes the mouse sit up in his drawer. He wakes up. He looks at the zookeeper's wife and the gorilla, and he wonders, what's going to happen now? Let's turn the page. Even the elephant's waking up. Look, he's sleepy, but his eyes are open. Let's turn the page. Oh, and somebody we almost missed. There's the giraffe. He woke up again. Here we go. We're going to turn the page. Uh-oh. You know what's happening? That zookeeper's wife, look, she's got the zookeeper's flashlight, and she's leading all the animals back home. She's got the gorilla by the hand. The elephant's following along. The lion is following behind that. There comes the hyena. There goes the giraffe. Even the little mouse with his banana. And finally, who's coming last of all? The armadillo. They've got to go back to the zoo. Let's turn the page. And then the zookeeper's wife walks back to her house and she says, "Good night, zoo." But who says, "Shh, don't tell anybody"? Look. Do you know who it is? My gorillas wonder who it is. I think they know who it is. It's our little gorilla and his little mouse friend. And they're sneaking back once again. Let's turn the page. There we are in the bedroom again. The zookeeper's wife gets ready to turn out her light. And she says, "Good night, dear." Her slippers are on the floor by the bed. And there's her flashlight on the table. And the zookeeper says, "Good night." But do you see something that's happening down at the end of the bed? 2 people from the zoo. A little banana is going up the bed. The mouse is dragging it. And whose legs are those crawling under the covers? Is it the gorilla? Let's turn the page and find out. There we are in the bed. Everybody's asleep. And there's the gorilla. And the little mouse says, this is the first time the mouse has talked the whole night. He says, "Good night, gorilla." And the gorilla's snoring. He says, everybody's asleep. And there in the window is the little moon and the little balloon. Good night, everybody. Good night, gorilla.